We are so excited to CLIQ with Betsy from
Beddy'S.
It's a tongue twister.
Well, the thing is, can I just say this really
Yeah.
fast? So we named it Beddy'S because it's like bed-ease, like making your bed with ease. But I didn't realize that it sounds like Betsy. So like our banker thinks my name's Betty.
Everyone does. Those other people that we...
Did they call me Betty?
They called you Betty.
Oh, did they?
We just go with it.
And
I'm Angie.
these two women have an incredible story, and I was actually really inspired by your story because one of the things that I think is so powerful about entrepreneurs is things they overcome. How did your experience with Shark Tank shape your business?
So can you say this? It wasn't Shark Tank. We were on West Texas Investors Club.
West Texas Investors.
You're good. Okay. So we did audition with Shark Tank, and we got callbacks with Shark Tank, and the audition video is how West Texas found us.
Okay, so you made an audition video for Shark Tank.
So no, I went down and auditioned in person.
Oh.
We made it past that round, and then we had to make a video to send and talk about everything, and so that video was online, but that's how West Texas Investors Club found us. But so we have a knockoff brand that actually made it on the show, and at first it was like so hard for us because I was like angry, but
So basically, just to be clear, you told your story and someone saw your video.
No.
You told your story and someone saw your video, took your idea, and went and pitched it on Shark Tank. Is that right?
No, okay. Sorry.
Can you believe?
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. You know what? Though a lot of people think that we were on Shark Tank. A lot of people do, and it was so frustrating because. We just want to start.
We're professionals.
I am so sorry. Everyone thinks that we were on Shark Tank.
Yeah,
Everyone really does. But our knockoffs were. So what happened is they sold completely different zippered bedding, and we did auditions for Shark Tank.
Okay.
We got callbacks for Shark Tank, but our knockoffs made it onto Shark Tank. So the whole thing about it is they created some zippered bedding. It was a completely different design, and the whole purpose of it, I was Googling zippered bedding. I was just trying to find something to make bunk beds, but the way it was designed is it's just like a traditional comforter with the flaps that hang out and then the zipper underneath. Well, ours, the whole point of it was I wanted it to be tucked in, so for bunk beds or day beds or the hard to make beds, you're not retucking this bedding, because to me the zipper underneath was no different than just putting it, like it didn't do anything.
You still had to tuck.
Yeah, it didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't. So they actually bought our bedding. I know because they used their email from their business
Not
to buy it.
Not smart.
And,
When we were the only ones
doing everything. So we see all the orders that are going through.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then they ended up going on Shark Tank, changing their bedding to mock ours. It's still not the same, and that's the thing is people who like the concept, they want to buy that first because it's cheaper, but then in the end they end up buying ours because
the quality
it's just,
or the...
without saying negative, it's just different.
When I heard this story originally, I thought that would have been so difficult to be sitting there watching something that you created and someone else is pitching your idea. That would have been very
Devastated.
We thought
devastated.
we were over.
I mean, I think a lot of people would have thrown in the towel at that point. So what did you two do in that moment that made you keep moving forward?
Well, first we probably cried, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were so sad and upset, but we definitely just decided we have a better product. We have something we would buy.
That's exactly. It came down to whenever we talk about our product, it was like every time we'd get a sample, I'm like, I wouldn't use that. I don't like that. That wouldn't work. Well, they might be trying to compete with us, but I would never buy that. Was that?
No,
Did I say
it's
that?
fine. So you believed in your product and
Yeah.
what you guys wanted to execute.
It ultimately came down to that. It was, we still wouldn't buy that.
So
we would
it-
buy
so-
ours. So there would definitely be an
So there's
audience.
there's still an audience for our product.
Well, I'm glad you guys didn't give up because I think your product's amazing.
Thank you. And can I just tell you, so not getting on the show at the time, we thought that was like our, like truly, like I was so upset.
I can't
But
imagine.
then flash forward like a year and a half later, we went on to West Texas Investors Club, and those guys are amazing. They're genuinely like exactly like they are on the show in person. And since then we've been back. They took us like on a helicopter ride. They had us have dinner at their house. Like
It was awesome.
So here we went from like what we felt like was like a devastation that turned into people all were exposed to now zippered bedding. Now they can Google it and they can search and then make their own mind up if they like this bedding or this bedding. And guess what? We like made money on that, and we didn't have to get eaten alive by the sharks.
So it has all come back, and
It's
good
so
karma.
It's true.
Speaking of crying, how often do you guys cry about
Daily.
business?
I swear every day.
Yeah.
Maybe every other day.
Yeah.
So has it
Every
gotten
other
more
day.
or less
Okay,
the bigger
so
you've
listen.
gotten?
Switch off.
So this is how it goes. Like literally, I'll be like, Angie, we're gonna be millionaires. and then she'll be like, we're done. We're
over.
actually probably gonna get sued. and then the next day I come in and I'm like, I have too much anxiety. I am just making everyone in the office anxious. I don't know what I'm doing.
And then I'm up here.
And
We
she's like,
just
"No,
are
no,
just
we're-"
like this all
Yeah.
the time.
Which is such a great thing about partners.
We
Amazing,
talk each
yep.
other off the ledge.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
What's your definition of an entrepreneur? And I want you both to answer. So who wants to go first?
You go first.
Well, I just really liked this definition over here from Alicia. I loved it.
So what part about what she said did you love?
I loved that you start with a vision and you start with something you believe in and you just grow it and grow it. And a lot of times, from my experience with working with entrepreneurs, they don't know what they're doing. They're starting from zero and they figure out a way because they're passionate about it. And that's why it works.
Yep. I love that.
Every brand that I talk to gets emotional, and I think now I'm gonna get emotional. Can we cut this?
No.
Nobody knows like how much money, how much time. Like we've given up so many things to try to make this happen, you know. And
Yeah.
so,
Ugh, no, this is why we're here. I love that.
like, nobody understands. And we watch these other entrepreneurs, and we talk to them, and they get all emotional. And we're like, we get it, because nobody cares as much as you. Nobody can ever advertise like you because you are the one who loves it. It's your baby. You've given up so many things to create this, and so like, it's funny because we'll be on social media, and I just get so like I feel bad because I'm like, why are you being rude to me? I'm just offering a product that if you want to buy it, you can. I think that nobody understands except for the people who've done it, how much you care and how much this means to you.
We didn't start because our parents are rich or because we have money. We
No.
mortgaged our homes and, so
You risked everything.
Yeah.
we risked. And I think that's why we like Spark, because we get to meet so many people that started from nothing and were passionate and took it somewhere.
Yeah. I love that.
Sorry.
No,
I can't even
do
think
not
straight.
ever
Like,
apologize for being raw and authentic.
I think that's the
How
thing
you
that people
felt.
don't ever see. Is I'm like, they think that like we just had it easy, like we just created a product. Because in my mind, when we started, that's what all you did is like, I was like, Angie, okay, what we'll do is we're just gonna start this product, and it's gonna be so easy, and we're just gonna make it, and then once we make it, then we can sell it. And oh my gosh, if we sell $100,000, do you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get lipo. Like, and guess what?
We still
We
haven't
haven't got lipo.
Wait, was this a real goal? I have to know.
100% real goal.
Oh, this is so amazing. Do you guys have any irrational fears or superstitions?
Yes, all of them.
All of them?
This is all for her.
Okay, wait, then since she
You
probably
just-
only has one, then you need to answer first because
Well, I think I have I'm not as much of a risk taker as Betsy.
She's
She
grounded.
pushes me.
but just like in life even, it
Yeah.
doesn't even have to be with business.
I think that for me, I've always been afraid of trying something that I could fail at. Like I play the piano, but I know I can play the piano because I can put in the hours and practice and do it. But and I'm not going to be a concert pianist, but I knew that I could do something if I worked hard enough. But then there are those things that take risk that even if you work hard, you could fail. And I didn't try those things.
Trying new
That's
things.
Until what? Until I made you try these things.
Yes, until
But then
Betsy
she made me
made
go on
me.
a helicopter. I
So
did.
what are your irrational fears and
Okay,
We
superstitions?
could just let's
There
Tell
are
me
so
your
many.
top three, just only
Okay,
top three
okay.
since we only have a
So
couple.
I'm always honestly worried that I'm going to die in an airplane. Like, so every flight we were crying. I was crying. She's like pulling me away from Gentry. Like, it's
and
gonna be
I'm
fine.
holding her hand on the flight. It's
Oh my
okay.
gosh.
Yeah.
So do you like take something?
Not
to,
anymore.
like-
Now I just get on the plane.
oh my
She
gosh,
just
this
gets
is
right
so
on.
good.
She's so brave.
And then
Can I say one?
I love that you know each other so well.
So this is one of my favorites. We would go on long runs because we were trained for a marathon.
Yes.
And we would cross a crosswalk, and she would just book it and sprint across. Like, I didn't even know you could run that fast. And I'm left in the dust, and it's because she's afraid an earthquake's going to happen.
While I'm on the bridge.
While she's on the bridge.
So I'm actually looking for trucks that I might be able to drop into as I'm sprinting.
That's the honest truth.
Oh. It's true.
Like, she's always thinking of the worst case, like, what's the worst thing that could happen, and what's my escape plan?
But then you're willing to risk your entire life on this business,
That
but
doesn't
you're
scare
afraid.
her.
That to me is like, it's money. It sucks, you know? Like,
Yeah.
But I've lost money. I've lost a lot of money. And it's like, like I'm more worried about dying and like my husband getting remarried, my kids having a stepmom.
Okay, so if you guys could tell your 20-year-old self, give your 20-year-old self advice, what would it be?
I already know the answer. I just feel like I would say to myself, get out there and try and do things instead of the safe thing. Just do more. I really would,
Get out of your comfort
because, get out of your comfort zone, because my 20-year-old self was always, I can do this, so I'll do this, but no risk. And I love who I am now because I took this risk, and I wish I'd done it sooner. 20, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Better late than never, though, right?
Right.
I actually don't know. I feel like opinionated about everything, but I don't know what I tell my 20-year-old
What about
self.
like just get on the plane? Like
Get
you
on
are
the
going to
plane,
great places.
Probably like get a fortune teller, tell you that you're not gonna die. So like I need somebody. Just kidding.
Have you ever been to a fortune teller, just on a side
Yes.
note?
Oh my gosh, Kate. Let me just tell you this. Kate. I've got to tell you this.
You guys,
You guys
this
gotta
was
hear this. This is
in
good.
China
Okay.
too.
Okay.
This is a
just
real
barely,
one.
just barely. So a year ago, when I say just barely, it was a year ago. So we go to this little old man, and he's in this like temple thing, and we tell the lady we're like we want to do this, and she's like, okay, it's like $25. We're like, let's do it. So we go down, and he's like, okay, so when did you start your business? And we're like, oh, I can't even remember what we said. We said extra years because we were thinking of the years that we're putting the time together, you know. And then he's asked us, what else did he ask us?
Just really basic questions,
Yeah.
nothing.
So he's like doing this, and then he's flipping things, and then he's going like this, and then flipping coins, and then, you know, like, I'm like, what is he doing? Like, I'm asking, like, or the girl that's with us, because he doesn't speak.
A translator?
But then he was kind of speaking English too. So then he's like, he kept telling her, he's like, no, they did not start that. They did not start until 2014. And she's like, she goes, he's saying that you didn't start until 2014. We're like, well, actually, our Kickstarter didn't fund until 2014. And he told us like all the things that we were wondering. So like we were talking about working with different factories and manufacturers and stuff. And he said like, don't switch to yet, and like all these things. And we're like,
This
done.
is amazing.
I totally believed
I
him.
like it.
Yeah. What else was he right on though? Like he was right on all.
But
these
I
things.
kind of like that you did it in a different country, and he's like flipping coins and doing all of these.
It was
like,
so believable.
really-
Oh yeah, he
He
knew
was
what
so
he was
believable.
doing.
You know what?
We wanted to find him last week.
Actually,
You
we
never
did.
know when messages are going to be brought to you and how they're delivered. So, okay, last question. If you guys could have anyone roll around in Beddy'S bedding, who would it be? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
She's gonna know.
I mean, they know what I'm gonna say. I know it's Jesse James, like Jesse James. Like, there's just something that is so funny about her. Like, she's chewing her food with her mouth open on Instagram, and I just die laughing. I'm like, I like you. Like, so that's who.
It's a good one. No, I like it. What about
Or
you?
her
don't
kids,
really
or her
know.
kids, or any of them.
Yeah.
Like, I just want my bedding to be in their house.
Hey, do you know who I think I would die? And I was talking to you guys about Hamilton. That's my all-time. Lin-Manuel Miranda. I would die. He wrote
R.I.P.
it.
You guys,
So,
thanks for clicking with us.
thank you.
You guys are amazing.
Oh boy.
And you were amazing. You were not nervous at all.
Well, you made it easy.